Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. So everybody knows that festival season is right around the corner and I personally couldn't be more excited. So I thought today, what better video to film than a festival makeup look. As always, I don't know exactly what I'm going for, so I'm just going to have a little bit of a play around. But if you would like to see what we end up with, then just keep on watching. So first of all, as you guys can see, I do already have my foundation and concealer on, and also my eyebrows done as always. I really just wanted to focus this tutorial around the eyes since I'm not really doing anything different or interesting with my base. So starting off, I'm just going to chuck on a headband to keep my hair out of my face. First of all, I am just going to start off with a transition shade just because I don't exactly know what I'm going for yet, so we'll just start with a transition shade and just go from there. I'm taking the transition shade out of the Veil of Voss palette and just sweeping that straight through my crease. This time I do want to blow my eyeshadow out a little bit, so I'm taking it straight out. Trying to focus this transition shade right at the top of our crease and bringing it quite high up to our eyebrow as well. Alright, so adding on top of that, I am just going to go straight in with a bright orange, which is hashtag from the Veil of Voss palette again, and I'm just doing that over the top of that transition shade. Alright, so that's the orange done for now. I'm going to move into the Modern Renaissance palette, and I am going to take the pink out of there, which is Love Letter, and it's just this pinky shade right here, and I'm going to add that in just below the orange that we just put in, and then making sure to blow that out as well. And then taking that orange shade once again and then just blending those two lines together just so there's no harsh lines, and just to make it a little bit more seamless. So just going back and forth with that orange and that pink. So next up, I'm pretty much doing the exact same thing but underneath my eyes. And blending that out as well, all the way out. And then a little bit of that pink right under the eye as well. Alright, so now I am going to create a little bit of a half cut crease with the Jaclyn Hill palette. I think I'm going to take this colour right here. So it's just like a light rosy gold type of shade, and I'm just going to take that straight away and just create sort of a half cut crease. Alright, so once the sort of shape that I'm going for is on, I'm just going to take a little bit of that on my finger and pack that onto my eye. You can obviously just keep using the brush if you want to, because I get some people don't like using their fingers to do their makeup, but it just makes it a lot more opaque if you do use it with your finger. After that light colour that we've just put in, I'm going to take this gold shade out of the Modern Renaissance palette and just add that in at the end of the little half crease. Right, so that wasn't quite gold enough for me, so I'm going to take this gold shade out of the Jaclyn Hill palette, which is like really, really gold, and I'm going to put that at the end. Or more in the middle, just straight in the middle of the eye pretty much. Alright, so now that that is all on, I'm going to go ahead and darken up the outer V of our eye just a little bit more. So I am going to take the Modern Renaissance palette again, and I'm taking this darker pinky red shade, and this is called, I don't know how to say that, Venetian red. You guys can just see. So So yeah, just this dark pink one, like pinky reddy sort of shade. I'm just adding that to the outer V of our eye. And then making sure to blend that pink in with the gold that we just laid down. And then just to darken up the outer V a little bit more, I am taking a dark brown also from the Modern Renaissance palette and just adding a tiny little bit of that to the outer corner. And then I'm going back in with that first brush we used with the orange on it, and I'm going to blend out the last little colours that we just put on, just to make the lines look a little bit more seamless, I guess. Just blending everything together. So I didn't add any more colour to this brush, I'm just using it as it is just to blend everything out. So next up, I'm going to darken up the lower lash line as well. So I'm just taking that same brown we used for the outer V, so the one out of the Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm just taking that straight under the lash line. And as you can see, I do have a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going to take a brush and just kind of flick that away. And then I'm also just using this brush to clean up the edges a little bit and try and make them as symmetrical as we possibly can. So for now, that is it for the actual eyeshadow. Now we're going to move on to a little bit of glitter and some gems. Oh, I thought, has my earring been there this whole time? Whoops. Anyways, we are going to move on to some glitter and some gems and some rhinestones and just make it a little bit more festive. So let's get on to that. Alright, so I want to add some like glitter tears down my eyes. So I am just going to take a white liner to start off with and just sort of mark out where I want the glitter to be like falling from my eyes. And just sort of marking out where you want them to go. You guys might not be able to see it on camera, but I'm just marking it very lightly. And I am making both eyes symmetrical. Just to make the glitter look like it's actually coming from my eyes, I'm doing a bit of like silver and gold. So I'm just going to use the Australis Metallics eyeshadow. This one's just the rose gold sort of one. And I'm going to put a little bit of that underneath my eye, right where the glitter is falling from. So next up, I am using actual glitter. So if you're a bit scared to use like craft glitter, make sure you have actual cosmetic glitter, but I'm not getting too close to my eyes, so I'm not too worried about that. So all I'm going to do today is add a little bit of eyelash glue to the lines and then pack glitter over the top of them. So fingers crossed this actually works. So taking our glue, striping that straight down. So making sure to put that way you've just put your white lines. And then going straight in with the glitter. I'm just taking it on my finger and then dabbing it over the glue. And then just going in with a brush and brushing away the excess. And then I'm going to put a dot of glue at the end and add a little gold star as well. Just doing the glitter straight down all those lines that we've just filled. So I've done 3 lines and just eyelash glue, glitter, star at the end. Alright, so now that all that glitter's on, just a heads up, definitely think that a glitter liner will be a lot easier to use because this took a little while to do, but we got there eventually and I do like the way that it looks. Right now all I'm doing is just taking a paddle brush. I just taken a paddle brush, a little one, because it is really dense, and I'm just going through and flicking away any of the excess glitter. Alright, and also I don't even know if you can see the stars, but I put 1 star on the 2 outside ones and 3 stars underneath the middle one. So now I'm going to move on to the face, and I'm just going to do that off camera because all I'm pretty much doing is bronzing out my face, doing some blush and doing some highlighter, and there's nothing interesting about it whatsoever, so I'm just going to jump off camera and quickly do that. So my blush, bronzer and highlighter is all done now. I also quickly just did my eyelashes also. I tried to put on some false eyelashes, but it just did not work out for me. My eyes have been playing up a little bit, so I put them on and they started hurting, so I just took them straight off and just left it with mascara. So obviously go ahead and add your eyelashes if you do want to, and also I would recommend doing your glitter after doing the bronzer and blush, because obviously I had to sort of go around the glitter and it would just be a lot easier if you do the blush and bronzer before the glitter. So moving on, or moving back to the eyes, I am just going to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to use this one out of the Modern Renaissance palette. It's just a light sort of shimmery colour. It's kind of the same colour as this shade, kind of the same colour, just a little bit different and not as pinky. So putting that on our brow bone just to highlight it. Cool. And then the last thing for this look is our lipstick. So I'm just taking the shade Trendsetter by Huda Beauty. So it's just a liquid lipstick, and I'm just taking that on my lips. So this is a little bit of like a orangey, nudie, browny, pinky shade, which kind of ties in with the orange out of our eyes. And then that, my friends, is the makeup look done. Alright guys, so this is the complete makeup look. I really hope you enjoyed watching. I definitely had a lot of fun creating this look for you guys. It's always fun just having a bit of play around with makeup and glitter. So yeah, if you did enjoy it, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!